Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Rob, also known as Checked Out, and today we're going to be talking about the new YEEZY 350, the MX Rock. It is the black colorway with the unique pattern. We're going to be talking about how to cop, specifically where to cop from, so a full site list with times. And also at the end of the video, I will be doing my resale predictions and the best time to sell these, or if you should hold them. And of course, if you are new here and you want to get into reselling, whether that be reselling sneakers, consoles, or GPUs, or in fact anything that has profit, consider joining my Discord cook group. You can head over to my website at checkedout.store, or you can go to the description below and click the link there. Our success speaks for itself. We've been absolutely taking stock this month, and we aren't slowing down. We got a few more big releases to go forward this month, and I'm very excited to see how the rest of you perform. And if you are looking to get into sneaker botting, you could purchase my class on the same website that'll teach you from being an absolute noob at botting and knowing nothing to being at my level in skill and knowledge, so that you can be prepared to cop every single release that you run for. So again, checkedout.store, or go down below and click the link. But now let's talk about these upcoming Yeezys and if you should cop or not. So tomorrow, December 22nd, is the worldwide release of the Yeezy MX Rock. If you already know what you're doing and you just want to know whether you should hold or sell these, like quick sell them, then you could skip to the end of the video. But if you do want a full in-depth site list, that is on the way, and I'll put it up on screen in 1 minute. But I just want to give like a quick little overview of my thoughts on the shoe. Honestly, I think it looks a lot better on StockX, but you can't really go off of the StockX picture. I mean, the sole looks like black on here and these look black, but when you go on Sneaker News, it kind of looks like brown. So hopefully they are not actually brown. Hopefully it is black, because if it is, then these will do pretty good. But if it's brown, I'm not too sure. All right, so today is currently 12-21. So what I have up on screen right now applies to the day before the release. So if you're watching this the day before, then try to do this before tomorrow. First up is the Footsites FLX reservations. That'll be for in-store and online. You can enter for men's and grade school. They close at 4 p.m. Eastern today, 12/21. So make sure to enter. To be honest, I would enter for the most profitable sizes, which what it's looking like is like 11 to 13. Again, more on that later at the end of the video. Right now, I'm just talking about the websites. Next is the JD Sports and Finish Line exclusive access, which is random. And I know I already alerted my members about an hour ago about this. So if you got it, you got it. If you didn't, you know, it's not the end of the world. Lastly, you have the Adidas Confirmed app raffle, which is going to actually close tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern on 12/22, but it's better off if you just enter it now, because you could just get it done with, and so that you don't have to do it last minute tomorrow when all the other drops are happening. But yeah, so again, this is for 12/21, the day before the release, mostly all raffles. All right, so now for release day on 12/22, starting at 7 a.m. Eastern, we have the first drops of the day. With the Footsites online release, they'll be dropping the remainder pairs that they don't raffle off, so expect low stock. And I don't really know if this is going to be worth it, since they do charge like $12 shipping plus $20 tax on top of the already high retail of $220. So that's up to you if you want to run them. I will not be running Footsites. Next up is JD and Finish Line. They are also dropping at 7 a.m. Eastern. I will most likely be running them. However, they do cancel a lot of orders. Last time I hit 8 on Finish Line JD. I hit 8 belugas or 9 or something like that. And a lot of them did get canceled, unfortunately. So it's just the name of the game, but it's something. Some orders definitely do stick. So that's also at 7 a.m. Eastern. As well, we have Dick's dropping at 7 a.m. as well. I would use browser spoofers if you have it, such as like AYCD. I don't have any bots that support their website, but I know AYCD, you can create multiple browsers that will give you multiple unique spots in their queue. Also at 7 a.m. Eastern is Exhibition, which is one of the first Shopify sites that'll drop. If you know how to run Shopify, then by all means go do it. But if not, then I would consider learning. It's not as easy as the other websites. Then next up at 8 a.m. Eastern, we have Undefeated, which is a Shopify site dropping at 8. You do need an account to run these, and preferably they should be an aged account. If it's like a brand new account and you're copying like hype releases like Yeezys, Dunks, Jordans, they're most likely going to cancel your order. So I mean, it is kind of annoying, but it's just the name of the game. Like, you know, might as well just make an account and run and see what happens. You know, if they cancel, they cancel. If not, good for you. Undefeated is a pretty reliable site because I believe they don't charge tax and they only charge like $12 shipping, so it is very profit friendly. Also dropping at 8 a.m. Eastern is a possible. We have Packer Shoes, which is again a Shopify site. I don't think you need an account for this, but you do need to have good Gmails, and if you run Shopify, you know what I mean. If you don't run Shopify, then don't really worry about it. 8 a.m. just kind of prepare for YEEZY supply. But yeah, 8 is typically pretty quiet. It's the busiest ones are 7, 9, and 10. Then at 9 a.m. Eastern, we have YEEZY supply dropping. There may be other random Shopify sites to drop at this time as well. However, most people, and I would advise that you just focus on YEEZY supply, save your Gmails so that you can get good V3 scores and hopefully cop. So YEEZY supply is a little bit tricky, but I mean, if you know how to do it, then it's a complete cookout. I cover all the little tips and tricks in my botting class. Again, link down below. So if you guys really want to learn how to start cooking, you should consider purchasing it. It'll teach you all of these websites, including Shopify. And if you have been struggling on the recent YEEZY supply drops, well, that should fix your problems. Then after YEEZY supply at 10 a.m. Eastern, we have a bunch of Shopify sites dropping. If you have access to a Shopify filtered monitor, you should be good. However, I prep my members with the websites beforehand so they know, and the keywords. But I mean, there's literally so many websites going to be dropping these. So biggest ones that I would say that everybody knows are like Kith, which is a very big one. Concepts is another one, and like a mid-tier is BBC Ice Cream. And again, all these are Shopify, so if you don't really know how to run Shopify, good luck. If you do know how to run Shopify, good for you. You should know what you're doing and you should be hitting. As always, guys, you shouldn't be running a website just because they're dropping something. You should kind of know beforehand like what the site charges specifically for taxes and shipping. I know Kith charges high for shipping and taxes, so I mean, it's very popular, but still they tax. Like Concepts is pretty safe. I'm not too sure about BBC Ice Cream, don't really run it that often, but I know for a fact that Undefeated is very cheap when it comes to it, and it makes it a very good site. But yeah, so here's the full release guide for 12-22, which is tomorrow. Okay, so now let's get into the next part of the video, which is the resale predictions and whether you should be holding or selling these. Like I was saying earlier, typically Black 350s do very well, and I can show you some examples of them, whether they be like hideous. Well, I mean, a Black 350 really isn't that hideous in the first place, which is why they do well. I will say these MX rocks, it's like, this is going to be the questionable one. Like, it could go either way. It could go very well or it could go very bad. So this is why I'm saying, like, be careful with the sizes that you cop. I wouldn't over invest in these, as 350s are kind of expensive to invest in. They don't really have the best returns. But, you know, if you definitely have the capital and if you have the ability to cop these, then why not make profit, right? So the best sizes that I think are going to perform the best are probably going to be size 11 to 13. And just because these bigger sizes like 11, 11.5, 12, 12.5, 13, that's what the ones that I think are going to do the best. Excluding like 13.5, you know, because that's very rare. But I believe tomorrow I'm going to be filtering my sizes depending on the website. And here's what I think is going to happen after release. So I think that after the release, all sizes are going to be close to that brickish area, which is alarming at first. But that's what I think is going to happen, is that all sizes, like even size 12, 11.5, size 11. And so my first reasoning as to why I believe that the MX rocks are going to be like sub 300 on size 12, but then I believe that they're going to increase in price later. Given in a few months time, I believe that sizes 11 through 13 will increase in price, given not like an insane amount, but I definitely think that they will be above 340. And again, my reasoning is because if we look at the YEEZY 350 V2 mono cinder, right, like a little, you guys remember the first mono packs that were released? Here they are below, like the mono ice, mono clay, mono mist. It's a new kind of like silhouette, sort of, just like new design on the upper, and we can see that like It's okay, but out of these, the best performer is the black. And me and some of my other friends, we say that the mono ice looks a lot better. It's just a very clean colorway, but it's just not at the value that the size 12 is for the mono cinders. And I strongly believe, because it bears resemblance to the other black 350s, like the normal YEEZY 350 cinder and the original YEEZY 350 black static and black reflect. Okay, so if we take a look at the market for the mono cinders, we can see that after they dropped, I think they dropped on the 26th, they're around like 300, but once the pairs came in, they dropped to around like 295-ish. And then they kind of stayed around this area of like 320. But now, flash forward a few months later, we can see that they're going for sales around 370 to 375. So now let's say the YEEZY MX Rock in a size 12 reaches 375 in 6 months time, right? Let's say the MX Rock 350 reaches 375 in a size 12 in 6 months time. That will be, and if you paid 250, so let's say 220 plus tax and shipping, whatever, like estimate 250 for a size 12, and you sell it for 375, that would be around a 50% ROI, or return on investment, and you would be making around 125 profit if you sold for that market price of 375. So me personally, I think that it's definitely a risky call. So definitely do your own research, and don't take what I say like as definite as this will happen, because at the end of the day, this is just my prediction. But I think the safest sizes will be 11 through 13. I think they're going to drop on release day to kind of brickish territory, 280, 290, and then in a few months time, I think just these bigger sizes are going to do work. Again, from 11 through 13, I think those are the ones that are going to be the money sizes. Now, if we look at the YEEZY cinders, the original ones, we can see that all sizes are profitable, given these released a very long time ago, almost 2 years ago. But we can see still in a size 12 it dropped. Look at that, 270 sales, 268 bricks. These are bricks. And then over time they appreciate value to around high 300s, like 380, 390, and now they're going for around like 430. Now, I'm not saying that the MX Oats will follow the YEEZY cinders, but what I do expect to follow is the crash and then the rise. I don't think it's going to rise this much, but I definitely do think it'll rise to above 340 to above 350. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Let me know if I made any valid points, if you have any counter arguments as to what you think about this pair. Like I said, I mean, I'm pulling it up on Sneaker News, and if the sole and the laces is brown, I mean, rip, I'm returning my pairs. But if it's actually black, then I think they do definitely have potential. But again, guys, that's my 2 cents. That's all I got to say for today. I'm going to try to make another video about the Jordan 1 Atmosphere that's also dropping tomorrow. I'm kind of behind on schedule, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, if you guys want to see more content like this, I've been making videos like this about most releases, how to cop and hold or sell. So if that does sound like something you're interested in, drop a like, subscribe, and catch me in the next one. Peace.